Hey guys, it's me, Michelle, and it's that wonderful time of year again when you have to doll up your face and get your picture taken for grad, just to show that your degree means something or that your parents can show off that you got a degree from a school that you probably won't use, and you'll have to go into your master's and be in more debt and whatever. So I'm going to show you a very super easy glam look that you can do, anyone can do, for your grad photos, because I remember I took mine last week and it kind of just, I remember I booked it and then I forgot about it. So this was how I did my makeup, and it's kind of goof proof. Not only that, I commute, so it's a bit of a sweatier, less mess than you'll be. That makes no sense, but you get what I mean. You'll be glowy and dewy by the time you get into your appointment. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to use is this Smashbox primer. It's a primer and moisturizer. And just put that all over my face and down my neck. You want to make sure that you get your neck too. Okay, hold on. Let me just put this. Okay. And it's nice because it makes your skin quite tacky without it feeling greasy. And then I am going to move into concealer. I don't wear foundation. I used to. And then I realized that you don't have to. You see all these like makeup beauty gurus kind of just like doing the foundation, doing the concealer, then the foundation, then the powder, then the baking, and blah, blah, blah. Depending on your skin type and what you want to conceal, you don't have to do it. So I have pretty good skin. I just like to even it out, especially around the eyes. So I just use concealer, and I use two colors. One I used to use last year for winter, and then I went on vacation. This stopped being my color. This was my color, and then now that it is winter, I just kind of mix and match, and it works for me. So I'm going to apply it with a wet makeup sponge. This is the Expert, no, I'm kidding, Real Techniques one. So the way that I do this is that the L'Oreal Paris Longwear one is quite full coverage, and because it's lighter, I just like to put it on the corner of my eyes. And then I take the Milani one and just kind of dab it to the side and then kind of mix it together. And I'm using the pointy side of my beauty blender or my makeup sponge. So what I like to do is start here and sponge it through up into the corner. Make sure I get around the eye to act like a primer for my eyeshadow, and then really just take it on the nose and the bottom here. I find that these two concealers work as a foundation, that they're basically, like I basically cover my entire face anyways. And I'm going to do the other side. Same technique. Sometimes what I like to do is just create a triangle with it and then match it. So I wanted to show you this because it does make a difference. I'm taking my lighter color concealer, putting it in the corner, and because like I said, this is basically full wear, it's quite high impact. I cover it all around, up to my temple, around my eye, and really that just creates a lighter part here. I never find that it flashes back, and that it brightens up the eye, but I'll use a powder which is the same tone as my skin anyways, so it'll help take away that you know, that grayness that a lot of brown or colored girls will get. Trust me. Been there, done that. My grade 8 graduation photo is just me in a gray face. That's it. It's like gray face up to here because the makeup artist didn't even like bring it down to here, and she used a different, it was a whole thing. You know, people in grade 8 don't have to go through what we have to go through, so lucky them. Okay, so now that that step is done, I'm going to take a setting powder. This is the, oh, it's a bit hard to see. This is the e.l.f. finishing powder. I believe it's their mineral one. It's amazing for how much I paid. I think I paid less than $10. This is the color medium dark. I've already hit slight pan in it. It's just so good. And I really just like to focus that around the face. I focus it around the eye and then bring down whatever's there. I mean, for all the sweaty girls, sweaty betties out there, I mean, you get it. And honestly, the more powder, the better. Just because by the time I go to school, by the time I get into the car, go to school, walk to school, or if I take the subway, I'll be like a hot mess, you know? So also take this with you in your bag. But you can over powder, and by the time you get there, it won't look like over powder, so it's fine. I mean, you can look like an over powder mess on the train, but who cares? No one's looking anyways. It's the morning. Okay, and the next thing I want to do is just add some blush. So I'm going to use the BareMinerals. This is the Desert Bloom Gen Nude Mini Blush Trio. And I never knew I needed blush in my life until I started wearing blush, and then now I can't stop. It's just like one of those things that it really does like liven up your face. So I'm going to use the color... I'm going to mix colors. I'm going to use the color, this one's called Call My Blush, and that peach though. And I just like to mix them. Tap it off. And just, and my cheekles on my apples, cheeks, whatever, on my eye. Ah. So beautiful. But maybe I should. And then what I like to do is anything that's left on the brush, which is like very little, just a little bit on the nose, just to add some color there so it doesn't look like I'm like full on blushed on the face. And then lastly, we're going to do, let's do some highlighter first. So I'm going to use Milk Makeup. This is just a highlighting stick in Lit. This one is a cream one. I'm going to do cream, and then I'm going to do a powder version, just so that it will last. I know it will be there. Like I say, overdo everything because you're going to be in like very bright lights, and then on top of that, by the time you get there, it'll just settle down into your face, you know? So I'm just going to add this to do the apple high points of my face, and then just blend it out. Oh, see that highlighter? Ooh. This one is a strong one, but it works wonders, and because it's a cream product, it really does blend beautifully into your skin. And then what I also like to do is take the stick and just add it on the tops, on the Cupid bow. And as on the Cupid bow, as in like, I'll add it to the top part of my lip, hitting the Cupid's bow at the same time. And it's just an easier way of doing it. I like to do it on my nose because sweaty, it's going to be shiny anyways. I don't like to do it on my chin. So those are just kind of like the points that I like to do. Now I'm going to go over with a Becca highlighter. This one is in Moonstone, a very popular one. And I'm just going to take a highlighting e.l.f. brush. which is just like a tapered brush. Hit my pan in it, make sure to dust that off, and then really just go at the point. And this will also help with like the blending of the cream product. Make sure to hit my brow bone, and then also just a little bit of the top here. And I almost like to do it like it's blush, you know, just like sweep it into the crown of your face. And any type of excess, I'll just take right here and just kind of really push it in so it looks less like a C and it looks more like it's been angled. And it looks a little harsh right now, but I'm telling you, by the time you get to your school or whatever, I mean, I've never had a time where my makeup's been just like fresh. So by the time you'll get there, and then I just add it in here. This is like really excess. Like when you add it over here, it's like a lot. And it's like you have a little shiny mustache, but trust me, it will work. Because you don't want to over blend it because eventually it'll just go away anyways. Now I'm done that. We're going to do the eyes. So with the eyes, I'm going to be working with two palettes. I'm going to work with the Tartlette Tease, which you can tell has been used and loved. And the Wet n Wild, it's like one of these quads that they have. I got it over the summer and it's been really nice to use and it's got some really beautiful colors. But honestly, we're probably just going to use one color and it's most likely going to be this one or that one, like a shimmery shade. So I can put that down. This one just has your basics, you know, your full-on basics that anyone can use, which is why I picked it. Also, it always blends beautifully. So I'm going to take a Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush, and I'm going to hit the color Heartbreaker, which is this beautiful brown one here. Now, these ones are like Real Impact. The crease. And I'm going to do another one. And it's all about layers. And then really just drag it in. So you start here, you really try to buff out the color, but you also want to take any excess and just drag it into the corner. So you really get that beautiful brown, sunken in eye look that makes for an amazing kind of brown smoky eye, which we won't do. But it does add some depth. And I'm going to do the other eye. Beautiful, neutral. It looks like you've had some actual eyelids. It's in there, it's in depth. And then what I like to do is just take the darker BFF shade, which is the darker brown here, and lightly take a angled brush. Again, super potent. And just hit the corner of your eye. And I'm just patting it in. It just darkens it just a little. So I just pat it on an angle near my lash line and then pat and swipe into the crease. And there you go. See, it adds that beautiful smokiness that I think is needed for, I think, grad photos. And I'm just adding it onto the side. Okay. Now, lastly, we're almost done. We're almost at the finish line. I'm going to take First Kiss from the same palette, It's a loved and true one. I always get lots of compliments on it. And I'm going to use a Real Techniques base shadow brush with it and just apply it to the center and then just to the corner. Actually, I lied. Instead of taking like that, I'm just going to use my finger because I find that the color is just a little better. But again, in the center and near the corner. And I find this color really brightens up. See, yeah, it totally does. It brightens up the eye. What I'm going to do now is just take this palette. I lied when I said we're probably just going to use one color. I like this transition color, this like beautiful pinky mauvey brown, and I'm just going to apply it at the bottom lash. You don't have to do this. I mean, you can't really see it. Actually, what I'm going to do is take that BFF dark brown color again, pat it in, and just smoke out the brown. Smoke out the bottom line. Yeah, see, that looks much better. And then what I always like to do is I find that an angled eyeliner, like an angled eyeliner, always looks better and always makes me look just a little bit cooler. What I'll do is I'll take the Wet n Wild palette and go into this brown color here and hit it with, just tap it a little and hit it with a, I don't know what you call this, oh, a brow brush from the Real Techniques, but I use it as like an eyeliner brush because it's thick enough where I feel like I can get a nice line, and just kind of plop it on where my, the corner of my eye right here, just how you do naturally a eyeliner look. Really bring it into that lash line. I'm just going to hit it again. So I just finished the eyeliner, and I think it gives it a nice pop. And the last thing I'm going to do is take a small brush, go into the Wet n Wild palette again, and hit it with that beautiful champagne-y light color. If you don't want to do this, what I would recommend is just using your highlighter instead, and that would actually work. And you can't even see, but I'm just hitting it in the corners of my eye. This one I'm not tapping off because I want as much color as possible. And really just bringing the tear ducts and then bringing it lower. I mean, and isn't that beautiful? We're almost done. I'm going to use is an Annabelle lip liner in the color. What color are you in? Buff. In the color Buff. And just line my lips. I'm going to take a Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in the color Bond Girl, which is like a nice pinky, it's not like a nude, it's like a pink color essentially, to layer it on, because again, by the time I get there, it'll be gone. The thing I'm going to do is add some mascara. You can add false lashes to the look. I think that would be very pretty. I don't really want to, and I also don't want to walk around all day with false lashes, but if you don't, I find that this mascara, the YSL Mascara Volume Effect Faux, the Curler, it's called The Curler, and it's very, very good, and it really lifts your eyelash. What I would recommend, though, is try using a waterproof mascara, because it will hold all day. Or you could use, there's a L'Oreal one that's in a pink too. Oh, L'Oreal Paradise. If you use the waterproof one, it's a very good dupe for the Too Faced Better Than Sex, and it really just holds its curl. So I'm just going to do my lashes. And what I like to do is take the glass curler, curl it, push it up a little bit, not that so my eyelashes are being yanked at, and then do 1, 2, 3, 4 for good luck. And this mascara wand is so weird. When I first did it, I like got mascara everywhere. So maybe don't use it if you're gonna use it. Don't use it during your first time. But it really does do what it says, which is really give that fluttery lash-like curler eyelash. If you wanted to, you could spray your face with some like makeup setting spray, but if you were going to do that, I would suggest doing that before you put the mascara on, especially if it's not waterproof. Then you're going to have black eyes everywhere and your makeup's going to be ruined. But this is the look. And then make sure that you're wearing a white, what do you call these? The shirts. They say just a white shirt. I wore a color shirt. I put this headband on, and just tied my hair in and tied my hair in a bun, which I naturally always do. And I'm going to hairspray these down a little so they look cooler, and just put on some cute hoop earrings. And this is the look that will make you look glowy and dewy without much effort, without much time, without a lot of products. And I'm so happy that you guys are watching. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure to comment below. Oh, comment below what your favorite mascara is to wear to make your eyelashes. Like what type first? No, I lied. Comment down whether you like spider lashes, whether you like a fluttery eye, whether you like to put false lashes on. I don't know who does, but a lot of people do. And what is your favorite mascara to wear? And I will see you guys next time. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!